Hey guys, it's G from Skolgamingyt. Welcome to another MLB Perfect Inning 2018 video, and today's video is going to be a big one. We have information on maintenance, we're going to have a new update to the game, we're going to have a new event, and then after all of that, I'm going to announce official details on the upcoming, much-anticipated MLB Perfect Inning 2018 tournament hosted by the Bullpen, primarily the Shimpf Plays and myself, that will span the month of December, including rules, how to sign up. I guess those are really the biggest things. But before we get to that, we're going to start with maintenance, then we're going to go to the update, then to the event, and finally, the tournament information. Figure all this is stuff you'll want to know, so certainly stick with things. We'll get through everything as quick as we can, starting with maintenance. Maintenance starting at 11 a.m. Korean time, and with the new update, it will be 6 hours of maintenance. So this starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, goes for 6 hours, so until 3 a.m. Eastern. You can't play the game during maintenance. What this means, the team review live stream starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, runs until maintenance at 9 p.m. Eastern. Number one, we are getting the build update. It will be version 2.1.0. We'll get to those details in a minute or two. Number two, with the Thanksgiving event, whose details we'll get to in a couple minutes, getting free packs will be suspended for 1 week in exchange for getting free items related to the Thanksgiving event. Once the Thanksgiving event is done, free packs for players will be brought back. And third, all the Thanksgiving special event information, which we'll get into more detail with. And finally, this week's events are ending. It's like your doubled postseason rewards. That's the biggest one. Today's the last day of that for the time being. So be sure to get in seasons before maintenance as much as you can. Get those packs while they're available. Now we're on to the update information for build version 2.1.0. They're changing training. Instead of 9 tiers of training, there's going to be 10 tiers of training. Now it's not clear what that means for the current Mega tier, that's tier 9, if it's going to be completely undone and split into 2 tiers, tier 9 and tier 10, or if tier 9 will exist as it always has and tier 10 is simply being added. But they are adding another step to the training process. Number 2, they're adding the 8th batch of legends. As a Twins fan, I see 3 former Twins. Now only one will be in a Twins uniform, but I'm definitely excited for these legends. We'll go through all of them quickly here. Number 1, Tino Martinez, 1999, New York Yankees first baseman. Number 2, Rod Carew, former Twin in a Twins uniform. I believe it will be a second baseman card. I haven't seen for sure, but if this is a second baseman card, I am going to definitely get him as soon as I am possibly able to. Tony Perez from the Big Red Machine, the Cincinnati Reds. Probably a first and third baseman. Then Wade Boggs, third baseman, in this case for the Boston Red Sox. Paul Molitor, former Twin, former Brewer. He will be a Brewer in this case. Played second and third base. Then Ron Fairley, who I couldn't tell you the first thing about, but it looks like probably a former Expo who will be a Nationals legend. Dave Kingman, former power hitter, he will be a New York Met. And then for the pitchers, a Cliff Lee Cleveland Indians card. Nice to see a fresh legend. Cliff Lee, definitely a beast when he was still pitching. Now he's in retirement. Nice to see him back in the game, though. Then Catfish Hunter, likely a closer for the Oakland A's, and Jack Morris, former Twin, pitched a 10-inning shutout to clinch the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. But he is better known for being a starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. Number 3, there will be a Thanksgiving Memorial skin. Number 4, they're changing the app icon and the main image for the loading screen. Still Clayton Kershaw, just a different image. Definitely nice to get a fresh image. Whether or not you like Clayton Kershaw, at least we're getting fresh, updated loading art. And then for season mode, they're fixing an issue where the runner from third enters the home when the batter runs out after 2 outs. They're fixing something in live battle with defensive controllers and the ball jumping around from position to position when it's hit and in play. They're fixing a problem in simulation mode where the batting batter is not identified correctly. And they're fixing something with the mailbox. Now onto the Thanksgiving special event. We're getting a lot of different features with this. Number 1, daily login rewards. It looks like there will be items we can trade in. In addition to that, on Thursday we get 1 of something. Friday we get 1,000, I believe, training points. Saturday 100 of something, I think diamonds. Sunday 50, what I'm going to guess is complete tickets. 2 B grade, hopefully trainers on Monday. 1 of something on Tuesday. Might be a team break ticket, might be a season creation ticket. And then on Wednesday, 1,000 training points. Log in all 7 days, you get a 90-plus draft. It looks like Thursday, we're getting a Thanksgiving gift that's going to have an all-star draft, an FIP relief pitcher draft, an award winner draft, award draft, an A-grade trainer, and 300 diamonds. That'll be pretty nice. And with Thanksgiving, there's going to be a bunch of exchange offices open, it says. So basically, we're going to both collect corn and turkeys. Hopefully, they're not raw this year. I don't want food poisoning again. Corn you get every 8 hours from 10 to 100 of them. Turkey can be open every 3 hours, and you'll get 1 to 5 of them. So then for the daily logins, where it looks like 100s and then 10, 50, 10, that would likely be the corns, and then 3 turkeys each day. If we look at the trade-ins, for turkey, you either trade in 1 or you trade in 10. I'm not sure what you get each time. For corn, this is where you have a bunch of options. You get an 80-plus draft for 100, 85-plus for 200, probably an A-grade trainer for 300. For 400, you're getting a GP box. I would guess 500 million to 1 billion coins. 90-plus draft for 600 corn. 1 to 2 billion GP for 700 corn, which I would take 100 out of 100 times over 500 to 1 billion for 400. An S grade, is that a trainer for 800 corn? Then for 1200, you can get legends. For 1500, you can get legends. You guys better know, I'm going to be getting as many of these packs. If I can somehow get a legend, I will. Otherwise, 80-plus drafts will be really nice to get as well. And with that, instead of getting free draws every day, you'll want to be getting your free turkeys and free corn. So they'll change that mission from getting your free draw for your free player to your free draw for your free turkeys and your free corn. They'll also have products you can buy with real money that will get you additional corn, additional turkeys, if you are trying to grind those rewards. They're going to have Black Friday and Cyber Monday special offers in the market. On Black Friday, they're going to have discounts on drafts you purchase with diamonds, the 80% discount. If you have a bunch of extra diamonds, this is a worthwhile purchase. You're also going to have uniforms be 80% off. For me, where I do like to get uniforms sometimes, if I can get 28 days of uniforms for 80% off, you know I'm going to capitalize on that. And I would recommend doing that yourself if you have the diamonds too. And then finally, training points will be discounted 50%, so it will cost half what it normally would to train up these players. For most of you, this might just be recycling through training, trying to get perfect results. For me, on my plus 10 Twins team, where I'm legitimately low on training points, this will actually be super valuable. Event 7, for this next week, you'll be able to use 15 cards instead of just 10 for boosting upgrades. That will be nice if you're trying to burn off a lot of cheap cards to upgrade a more expensive card. Event 8, the enhanced trainer success rate will be doubled for the next week. So a B grade trainer that would be 10% will be 20. For example, Event 9, for Black Friday, they're going to take the fee for selling cards back to the game, take it from 95% down to 70%, so you'll get 30% of your card back instead of 5% if you do sell to the game directly. Event 10, they'll have the Jigsaw Puzzle Stadium event number 7. Check the community tab for answers to Jigsaw Puzzle Stadium event number 6 and the Guest of Player event. I know people have been asking for that. That's where that information will be posted. And now that we've gotten through the maintenance information, the update information, and the new event information, the moment a lot of you have been waiting for, the official announcement and basic rules of the Bullpen tournament, co-hosted by the Shimph Plays and myself. We'll run through the most important stuff. I'll post a link to the full rules in the description of this video for future reference. Number 1, to sign up for the tournament, this is what you are going to need to provide to us. Your in-game username, the highest overall you believe your team will be during the tournament, because seeding will be based on overall. If we look at my plus 10 Twins team, which I honestly think I'm going to use in this tournament because I have a lot of fun playing with that team, right now it's at 12,400 overall. But I absolutely plan to add new players to that team. With that in mind, I see the team getting up to probably like a 12,800 overall. So I would report a 12,800 overall, not a 12,400 overall. Any blatant inaccurate overall reporting is grounds for disqualification. Now, if I report 12,800 overall, and I'm like a 12,805 overall, that's okay. We're not going to punish if you go a tiny bit over your reported overall. But if you're like a 13,200 overall reported as a 12,800 overall, then we're going to step in and say, hey, you have to put in players to make yourself only be a 12,800 overall, or you have to withdraw from the tournament, just in the interest of fair play. I also want you to report your highest team badge, again, in calculating overall. So I'll have all 25 Twins, all plus 10 or higher. That's a plus 9 overall boost. If you have plus 4 in half a team deck, that might be plus 3 to plus 5 overall boost. If you have no badge, that's no overall boost. Again, in terms of trying to have a balanced playing field, it's all in the best interest of having a fun, fair, competitive tournament that we want this information. And then finally, your time zone. So in the case that getting games played is difficult, we can know what time zones people are working with and help facilitate getting games played in the best way possible. Number 2, for tournament seeding, they will be awarded based on overall. What we're going to do, we're going to do groups of 8, and each group of 8 is going to be randomized by overall. So the 8 highest overalls will be put in a group. Instead of the highest overall strictly being the 1 seed, we'll randomize the order of that group of 8, and they'll be given the top 8 seeds. And the 9th through 16th best teams will be randomized and given the 9th through 16th best seeds. Or like the highest overall team could end up being only the 8th best seed. The reason for that, to have a little bit of randomness, also so the worst team isn't automatically against the best team, but we will put the best teams against the worst teams in terms of lowest overall in the early rounds. So we won't be pitting high overall against other high overalls. So if low to mid-tier teams do advance, it's not like, oh, bad teams played other bad teams, and that's the only reason that bad teams are making the quarterfinals, semifinals, etc., etc. Number 3, each person may have only one account in the tournament. Having multiple accounts in the tournament will result in a disqualification of all accounts involved. If you have other family members that play the game, each family member is their own person. But if it's found out that you said you had 10 family members and you don't have 10 family members and it's blatantly obvious, all your accounts are going to be removed from the tournament. So please be respectful for fair play. Only have one account. Sign up will be either on my community tab or on Discord. Each person who's signing up is their own person, should be able to have their own YouTube and or Discord account. If you're not old enough to have a YouTube or Discord account, I mean, you're probably just not old enough to be on YouTube and probably not old enough to be on the tournament. Certainly, considerations can be made, but for the most part, you should only really be signing up your own accounts. There's going to be no cheese rules, so the S-curve, sinker, forkball, and screwball are not allowed, and no squeeze bunting unless there's 2 outs. You got a 3-strike policy. First offense, you replay the game. Second offense, it's a forfeit. Third offense, disqualification. If you accidentally pick a cheese pitch and you just like spike it in the dirt and intentionally walk the batter that you accidentally threw the pitch to, it happens. And that would, in my opinion, and then the Schimpf Play's opinion, wipe out the true violation of the rule. Pitchers with cheese pitches are allowed to be used. Again, you just cannot throw the cheese pitches. We'll also have, if Gameville has a glitch and the game's not functioning like normal baseball, so if runs are scoring on force outs for the 3rd out or anything, games can be asked to be replayed at the Schimpf Plays in my discretion. To submit rules violations, we want either a short video snippet or a screenshot that clearly proves rules were broken. If we're given that, we can take action. If not, if it's word against word, as crappy as it sounds, we're going to take the side of no rule violation being committed, fair or not. So please get screenshots, get recordings. I can help people figure out how to record things if they're really worried about it. For who hosts each round, it'll be on a bracket. The top team hosts even-numbered games, so games 2 and possibly 4 in a series. Bottom team hosts odd-number games, so 1, possibly 3, possibly 5. 3-inning games. If it's tied after the 10th inning, you do 1-inning games until a winner's decided. Basically, once a pitcher leaves the game, you can't bring him back in. You can't use multiple starting pitchers in the same game. To enforce timely play. For each day of a particular round that you're still active in, that you still have games remaining, we're going to ask that you report to either Schimpf or I how progress is being made. If games don't end up being played at the end of the 3 to 4 day gameplay period for a round, what's going to happen? If one team reported every day and the other team was completely oblivious, not responsive, anything like that, we have grounds to say, okay, one team was on every day trying to play. We're not going to kick them out. We're going to kick out the team that was never on, never tried to play, and the team that was on every day will be put through to the next round and not punished. If neither team's on, then we'll say, okay, both teams are removed. If both teams are on and like trying to play but just can't figure out how to play, and there's clearly some bigger issues, we'll try to figure something reasonable out. Breakdowns for each round. When you lose to a specific opponent in the round, that is when you're eliminated under the single elimination tournament concept. Preliminary rounds will be 1 game only, if necessary, from December 1st through 4th. I'm not sure how many rounds will be, but we'll evenly split up the time amongst as many preliminary rounds as we need. After that, the round of 64, which will be a best of 3, when there's 64 teams left. Again, best of 3, December 5th through December 9th. Round of 32, another best of 3, December 10th through the 14th. The round of 16, best of 3, December 15th through 17th. Quarterfinals, another best of 3, December 18th through the 21st. Semifinals, another best of 3, December 22nd through 24th. Christmas Day, December 25th, an off day. No games can or should be played. And then the championship and 3rd place rounds will be best of 5s, December 26th through December 31st. Any disputes outside of the rules mentioned, myself and the Schimpf Plays will have the final say on these issues. In the event it directly involves one of us, only one of us will make the call. If it doesn't involve either of us, we will both come together to make a decision that we believe is most fair. And then for prizes, this is what we have currently. Rita Spare donated me $30 a couple months ago, said, hey, I want you to give this back to your viewers, subscribers in some way. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that. I'm going to take a little bit of my own money. Honestly, only $5 of my own money at this point. Not to say I won't add more, but at this point, here's what it's going to be. $20 to the winner, $10 to the second place winner, $5 to third place. If I finish somewhere in the top 3, wherever I finish, we'll move the prizes down. So let's say I win it. Second place gets 20, third gets 10, fourth gets 5. Tournament is completely free to enter. So this is not gambling in any way. It's free to enter. The prizes are completely gifts to those who perform the best. If anybody does feel compelled to donate additional money, I won't be ignorant and turn it down. But what we'll do is we'll take any money that is desired to be donated and add it to the current prize pool. If we get enough, we could add fourth place prize money, certainly. And how prizes will be awarded is through PayPal, iTunes, or Google Play within 1 week or 7 days of the completion of the tournament. The only reason this wouldn't happen that timely is if there was legitimate suspected cheating that required investigations beyond the 7-day window. And then, again, with PayPal, I have PayPal digital gifts. So let's say you want like a PlayStation code or an Xbox code. Things like that can be worked out as well. But that should just about take care of everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more MLB Perfect Ending 2018 content. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on the new event, if you're looking forward to the tournament, how you sign up for the tournament at 4 p.m. Eastern on my community tab or in the Shimps Plays Discord. There's a channel. Both places you can sign up for the tournament, again, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. Sign up will last 1 full week until November 28th. And we'll actually have the cutoff for sign up be 1 hour after maintenance starts on November 28th. So at 10 p.m. Eastern on November 28th is when sign up will cut off. Again, over a week to sign up. If you don't get signed up within that week, I don't know what more we could have done for you. But we want to make this hopefully a huge event again, and then between November 28th and December 1st is when we'll get the bracket set, give people time to start coordinating gameplay dates, and then December 1st is when the tournament will start for real. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I know it was kind of a long video, but hopefully the information was all very useful. And until next time, and as always, peace out.